Hello, fitness friends. My name is Natasha. Welcome to this HIIT class. You'll need a single heavy dumbbell, something to slide on, slippery socks, paper plates, actual sliders, or a yoga blanket works. That's what I used in my live class. You'll also need some wall space for the second round of drills. Start with me. We have a warm-up, and then we'll go into those timed drills. It's 4 exercises, 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. We'll repeat each round 2 times. Start with some shoulder shrugs, lift, roll back. Then take a deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale halfway over, arms back. Lengthen the spine, and then sit deep into a squat, arms up. Halfway, back out, and all the way up. Do it again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, halfway over, lengthen the spine, use the core. And then a deep yogi squat. If you can, sit low, arms up. Come out the way you went in, halfway fold, and big lift. Side stretch, side to side, back and forth. Follow the breath, find your edge. Sweeping arms, big circles back like you're taking a little backstroke, and then some crisscross arms. Give yourself a pat on the back. We'll flex and point our wrists and press into the ball of the foot, stretching the arches of your feet, your wrists and forearms. You can come up on your toes and circle your wrists, little calf raises on the tippy toes, and blink out your fingers nice and quick. Shake them down. Toy soldier toe taps. Cross opposite arm, foot to hand. Little rotation in the body, and then sweeping cross taps, high, low. Arms reach down and across. You can bend the knees if you need to. And we'll take some side lunges. You get to choose here. You can go really deep in your lunge. You could sit, side stretch, or you could just rock up on the toes. Back and forth, go to the other side. Whatever feels good for you. You could take your time on these stretches. You can also hit pause at any point if you need to. And then come into a wide leg fold. You can stretch your wrists in different directions and maybe shake your head out. Surrender, let gravity pull you deeper into your fold. You can sway like a pendulum from side to side. And then we'll make our way into a forward fold, heel toe under your hips, and ragdoll all the way up. Take another deep breath in and let it out. We are going to get started. Have your sliders under your feet. This is what the first move is. It's an inchworm burpee where you slide back, you add a tuck, and you slide back in. Here we go. Hands down, slide back, push up. Tuck your knees into your chest, push back to plank, drag in, and stand. That's all it is. We're going to keep going. This is going to be a minimal cueing class. You see the instructions written right up there on the screen for you. Have fun, blast some music, make the drills your own. You can always modify, go at your own pace. Listen to your body. All right, here's your 15 seconds. Grab your heavy dumbbell, 1 foot on the slider or the blanket, and you're just dragging back to a lunge and a deadlift. Hold the weight in your right hand. Here we go. Sliding lunge, hinge over, and rise. You can have the weight by your side or maybe against your thigh on the lunge, and then maybe flip your palm inward for the deadlift. Make sure you're getting into that stacked 90-90 lunge and then a hinge, straight spine. Shoulders over hips and then heart forward, butt back. You could go really heavy here and challenge yourself. Awesome. Next move, switch hands, keep the slider under the same foot. You're going to take a snatch to a lateral lunge. Pick up the dumbbell in your right hand. Here we go, hanging snatch, up, down, power from the hips, slide out and in, drag it in with your inner thighs. Pop it up over your shoulder, side lunge, drag it in. Soft knees, strong shoulder. You are using momentum, power from the hips. Slide it out, slide it in. You got it. Big pop up. For reference, I'm using a 20-pound weight here. Whatever's challenging for you, maybe that's easy for you, maybe too hard. You're the judge. And break. Beautiful. Our final exercise in this round, you're going to come onto your back, bring both sliders or your socks or whatever you're using for your bridge. We're going to bridge, tuck for 2, and then sit up. Lift your hips, drag your heels out, drag your heels in, out and in. Lower your hips, and then big tucking sit-ups for 2. Hug your heels in and sit up. Come on down. It'll be easier to use your hands, shoulders, and head to lighten the load on your feet because this is pretty challenging to pull your legs out and in. And on the bridge, on the sit-ups, it's a little easier. You can use momentum from your upper body as well. Make the drills work for you. Out, in, squeeze your glutes and hamstrings, then your abdominals and your hamstrings. Hug in your heels. All right, that was round 1. All we're going to do is take a quick break. Anything you want to do, take a sip of water, stretch anything, or maybe you want to add some cardio, jump rope, jumping jacks, you want to keep it active. Otherwise, we'll go right into the second round shortly where we are going to switch hands on the first 2 drills and legs. So remember that first drill, you're doing the inchworm burpee. So that one doesn't change. It's actually drill 2 and 3 that will change sides on. All right, I'm setting up the timer, 10 seconds. Step on your sliders, or if you're wearing socks, just be ready to put your hands down and drag back to plank. Inchworm burpee, go. Hands down, slide back, push up, hug your knees in, out, and drag to stand. You could add a big lifting arm at the top of the move. Of course, you could always modify the push-up as well. Nice work. Next one, just your left foot and your left hand holds the heavy dumbbell into that sliding lunge and your deadlift hinge. Go. Slide back, shoulders over hips. Now, heart forward, hips back. You could turn the weight if you like, palm in on the deadlift hinge and then to your side or weight against your thigh. Whatever works for you. On the deadlift, more focus on the right glute and hamstring. Your left foot's your kickstand for the deadlift. It's the sliding strong leg on the lunge. And break. You could set that weight down briefly. Now your right foot's going to step on the slider, or at least your right foot's going to slide, and your left hand's going to snatch. 3, 2, 1, go. Pop up into your snatch. Put it down, slide it over. You can bring that weight across to the foot. On both feet for the snatch, then side lunge into your right leg and drag it back with your inner thighs. Pop it up. On that way down, soften your knees to catch that load of the weight. So soft. Then side lunge, drag it in. Use the power of your hips on the snatch. Use your breath. You got this. All right, set that down. Come all the way onto your back, just the sliders or your blanket or whatever you're using. Here we go. Lifting into your bridge. Put your hands down for some support. Heels out, heels in. 2 times. Drag out, drag in, and lower. And then your sit up, tuck your heels in. I probably could have just used my socks here because I was losing my sliders on this one. Bridge out in twice. Lower your hips and then full sit up with that nice tight tucking heel to butt. Keep it up. And break. Beautiful job. The next round of drills, we are going to need some wall space. We start with a wall sit. You're going to have your back against the wall. You'll be sitting in a squat and you're going to do bicep curls. But remember, you're holding the dumbbell in both hands. So if you have a 20, it's really maybe 10 pounds per side. So you could still go heavy. All right, make sure you have that wall space. I'm going to just show you what it looks like really quick. You might want to take off your socks if you're doing the sliding on socks. You don't want to slide now, or you could step on a mat. Just previewing the drills. There's your wall squat with your bicep curls. Drill 2, you'll climb up, up, down, down. You'll crawl forward into plank and push up. Then walk back in, and maybe your other foot leads. You could alternate or not. Just walk up, down, walk out, push up. Exercise 3, your feet will be on the wall. You can do this with or without a weight. Russian twist with the weight. Roll down, roll up. Twist 4, roll down and up. And then exercise 4. It's a sumo pulsing squat to a push press. And you could do that with your hips on the wall or just free out without the wall. All right, pick up your heavy dumbbell, then set yourself up at the wall. I'm setting the timer. You'll have 10 seconds from here. Bend your knees, scoop that up, grab it in both hands. Sit your hips behind your knees. Try to go deep into the squat. Challenge yourself. Your low back grounds in and you start your curls. We're on the clock. Curl in, keep your elbows by your hips and ribs. And you get to pick your pacing. You could do slow, more time under tension to make your biceps work harder, or fast, or you can rest the dumbbells on your thighs if you need a break. Exhale and squeeze it in. Awesome. Make your way out of that wall sit, set your dumbbell down, and set up to walk up the wall in a handstand, or it could be just a low climb up with your feet low. Here we go. Hands down, spread your fingers, walk up, up, down, down. I'm going all the way up and down, but you get to choose. Walk forward and you add your push up. Walk back in, up, up, down, down. If you'd like to hang out in that handstand for your shoulder strength, you can stay longer in any of the shapes. There's an example of walking up lower and walking forward for your push-up. Modify or amplify. You could even jump up to the wall and jump down to make it more cardio-based. Just try not to slam down. Be mindful. All right. Grab your dumbbell if you want it for the Russian twists. You might go a little lighter there too if you'd like. You're going to have your knees bent, feet on the wall. Lean back 45 degrees, go twist for 4, weight to the hips. You could do it without a dumbbell as well. And then you're going to roll down the spine, Pilates style roll, and roll up the spine. Lean back and twist. Make this your own. When you roll back, your knees are going to straighten, and then you're going to curl your head, shoulders, and lift, and then bend the knees again. So you want that nice distance. You might have to reset yourself if you start to scoot away and get too far from the wall. Great job. Our last drill is the sumo to push press. You're going to pulse it out. So maybe either if you want to be on the wall and your hips can be there, knees wide, toes wide. Go 3, 2, 1, and then you're just driving into that shoulder press. 3, 2, 1, and lift. It could be kind of a curl in to push press, like a clean to press, or it can just be a full driving press. And you could go pretty heavy on this one. Different than a squat, your shoulders are stacked over your hips, knees and toes wide, strong shoulders punching up. You did it. Great job. Here is your recovery time. Anything you want to do on the break, drink water, jump around, stretch, and we will finish up the time drills with the same drills. Second round, last time through. Get ready for your wall sit. If you need more time, go ahead and hit pause. Otherwise, we are going for it. Here you go. Curl it up and down. Come on out of it. Set your dumbbell down. Handstand, climb up, climb down, plank, push up. You can stretch out your wrists a little bit to prepare and go. Up, up, down, down, plank walk forward, and you push up. If it's not too much to think about, you could climb up with a different foot each time and then climb forward with a different hand just to mix it up. Great job. Quick recovery, just enough time to grab the dumbbell, have a seat close to the wall, feet up the wall. You can do this without a dumbbell as well, but we have our Russian twist to our Pilates roll. Go. Twist for 4. Roll down, one vertebra at a time. Tuck your chin, roll up, and reset. Twist. Lean back. Remember, you're close enough where your knees are bent on the twists so you can roll down and they'll straighten and then bend as you roll up. Great, set that dumbbell down just to get on up, and then you can pick it up for your sumo pulses. You might have gone with a lighter weight, and you could go pretty heavy on the sumos. Here we go. Knees and toes wide, 3 pulses and a push press. Could be rack to press or straight press all the way up. Your choice. You could stay low in that sumo, even on the press, or if you need to come out of the legs, you can straighten the knees on the way up. Lots of choices here. Fight for it. Keep pushing your body. Those exhales on exertion will help you get through the exercises. And you did it. All right, we are moving into some standing abs. We are going to use the dumbbell, but we won't be timed anymore. We'll just do about 6 reps or so of each move. Take a little recovery time, drink some water, stretch. We are going to pick up the dumbbell and hold it over the head. So it can be heavy, but something that you can maintain integrity of the shoulders. You're not sagging your elbows. All right, so grab the dumbbell. You are holding it in both hands. So keep that in mind when you pick your size. All right, arms over the head, nice and strong. Here we go. Stand, right knee up, hold it at the top, and then set it down. Left knee, squeeze it up. You're pausing at the top of the move. You're going to imagine you're pushing through water, engaging your quad, hip flexors, and your core. Balance, squeeze, hold. Couple more now, straight legs. Sweeping up and hold at the top. Doesn't matter how high it is, you're just going to find your depth, your range, your mobility here. Squeezing, activating, and freezing for a moment at the top. You got it. Now pull your weight in front of your chest here and twist elbow to knee. Twist. Little bit of a standing balance just briefly as you rotate across. Exhale each one. Twist, now stay on one side for 4. And then other side. 3, 2, 1. Now pull the weight behind you, resting on your shoulders, and we'll take a side bend, lateral dip into a balancing knee. Put it down other way. Side bend, crunch it over, lift it up, balancing knee. Right lean, squeeze it up, right leg holds. Put it down. Left side bend, left knee lifts, freeze. And again, side stretch, twisting knee now. Side, oblique crunch, twisting knee, 2 more. Take it over to the right, lift it up, twisting knee, put it down. Over to the left, lateral bend, twisting knee, crunch and release. Awesome. Set it down, take a little moment. Anything you want to stretch out, we're going to do that one more time. You can take a little forward fold, releasing your hamstrings, your neck, your spine. All right, go ahead and pick up the dumbbell. Again, push it all the way over the head. Feet under hips, start your marches. High knees, right, left. Balance at the top, squeeze. Find your depth. Same thing with straight legs. Sweep and hold. Sweep it out. Just a moment at the top of your range. Then bend your elbows, weight in front of you, twisting knees, elbow, knee, twist. Exhale and twist. Stay on one side for 4. Other side for 4. Take the weight over your head, rest it on your shoulders. Take your side dip, balancing knee. Now we're going to add a squat this time. Side dip, lift up into your left knee, deep squat, and rise. Do it again. Side bend, lift, balancing knee, squat down and up. Side bend to the left, left knee lifts, squat it low, high. Side bend, this time we'll add our twisting elbow to knee and your squat. 3 more, side bend, elbow to knee twist, sit and lift. Give me 2 more. Awesome job. Some tricep presses here. Elbows close to your head, bend and straighten. Last couple. Burn it out here and rest. Meet me in downward facing dog. We're going to recover together with a mobility flow. Spinal wave, roll forward to plank, swing the hips to upward facing dog on toes. Round your spine and push back to down dog. Do it again. Roll forward like a tidal wave to plank. Sweep your hips through upward facing dog, shoulders down, heart puffs forward. And roll back down to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, load your hips back. Then step your right foot outside right hand, lizard lunge. Circle your right shoulder for 2. Drag your left knee under your hip, hands in front, open your right hand back and forth for 2, twisting lunge. Spin over your left shoulder, side angle, left arm reaches over by the ear for 2. Then drag your right knee under your hip, thread the left arm under for thread the needle twist. Your right arm can lift and spin behind your back, taking a breath here in your twist. Then your right hand will press down to pick yourself out of it. Pull your right knee forward for pigeon. Shoulders stack, hold your pigeon. Big breath in and out. Drag your left back knee in and windshield wiper your knees back and forth 3 times. You'll end up facing the opposite way. Bring your hands down and step back into downward facing dog so we can repeat the sequence. Spinal wave forward to plank, up dog on toes. Roll it back to down dog. Do it again. Spinal wave forward, plank, up dog on toes, shoulders down, heart through, downward facing dog. Load your beast, bend your knees, hips back. Left foot's gonna step outside left fingers. Low lunge, lizard lunge, circle your shoulder, left arm circles twice. Then drag your right knee under the hip, 90-90, hands forward, open up to the left for 2, open up, twist for 1. Turn over your right shoulder, kneeling side angle, stretch it over, lift it up, stretch it over, and sweep it up. You'll bring both knees back, left knee under, and thread the needle. Right arm underneath, hips up. Your left arm can swing behind your back. Big breath. Then use your left hand to come out of it. Both hands under your shoulders. Drag your left knee forward, pigeon. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Your right back knee will drag in, finding the 90-90 swivel windshield wipers back and forth 3 times, side to side. Great job. Feel free to repeat that. Otherwise, we'll come into a straddle pancake stretch. See if you can lower your chest towards the mat. No judgment on where you are. Just take a couple breaths there. I'm going to leave you here in your pancake stretch. Thank you so much for joining me. Drop a heart in the comments so I can thank you personally, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.